Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. We're back in ATS Classic for a change with another video, and this one is to take a look at the all-new Northampton Loop. It's a route that's been done by ATS and it's an extension to the West Coast Main Line South. We're going to do a scenario which I did actually run on my previous stream. However, we're not going to run the whole thing. We're going to run it from here at Milton Keynes Central up as far as Rugby. Basically, just to show off the Northampton part of the scenario, as that's the main feature for this video. Class 350, 128, and another one on the rear, as you can see back there. Let's get this thing set up, and we'll get ourselves ready and on our way. Right, so it's all set up.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Right. Control 1. Put the tick on there. There we go. We don't need to do GSMR because it wasn't implemented this time. This scenario is set in 2008, but due to a train fault, this train was terminated short at Milton Keynes. After receiving attention from a fitter, the train can now go on and enter service once more. You'll be driving the 11:35 from Milton Keynes to Birmingham. Just a nice random 90 going past there. Right, so let me just bring up that and put that on that side. I don't know if I actually got the manual downloaded. I do not. However, I can grab it from the actual store page from ATS. They do put the manuals on there for you to download, which is always handy. Not a big manual, but it does the job. It does what it needs to do. We need to put destination to Birmingham New Street as well. We'll do that before we get going. This is my second drive on the route. I have driven it once previously, which was what I did on the stream the other night. Right, so we're going to be calling at Wolverton first, and then Northampton. We're going to drop off 35121, and then we'll do a pickup. Long Buckby as well, and then Rugby. That's as far as we're going to go with this run. So, between here and there, it doesn't say because it's not showing up for whatever reason. However, the actual loop itself, I think, is about 24 miles. I've just got the manual up, so well, our trip will be about 30 miles all, I reckon, for this video. 350 is so quiet. Let's get the foot down. Probably could have had the video start at Wolverton really, but never mind. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into this. So, blurb. Let's go in through the blurb on the manual. So, back in 2020, Dovetail Games released the West Coast Main Line South all the way from London to Birmingham. A big undertaking considering the numerous large yards, 4 and 6 track sections, and a great number of stations. There was a bigger mission though, the Northampton Loop. The loop branches from the West Coast Main Line north of Wolverton and runs for just shy of 24 miles before reconnecting back once more near Rugby. Greatest path this way, as are select express services and many stopping trains to and from Birmingham to and from London. There are currently 2 stations on the loop. Down from 5 it had until Kilsby and Crick, Alpthorpe Park and Church Brampton, which closed in the 20th century. Long Buckby and, to no one's amazement, Northampton remain. Kingsheath Seamen's Depot resides in the north of Northampton Station, which is the main depot for all the Class 350 units run by a West Midlands franchise operator. There's been plenty of activity over the years, from maintenance of 319s and also 360s, The line has been recreated. Oh, it's nothing. Requirements for the route: just West Coast bound, South London, Euston to Birmingham and Steam. So you don't need anything else. I think anything else that comes with the route in terms that they may be in the their common library may well be included in it. I'm not too sure, to be honest, on that side of things. I could be right, I could be wrong. It may well just be a self-contained route where it's just use the assets from West Coast Main South, to be fair. And even if it is, there's a lot of assets in that pack anyway, to give you a decent selection of bits and pieces to put down and make a route. You definitely would do it. You'd be struggling if you couldn't do it. If you couldn't do it, you'd be struggling, if you know what I mean. That probably didn't make sense, but it made sense in my mind. Either way, you wouldn't struggle to make a route with the amount of assets that came with. That's what I wanted to say. Just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. Right, Wolverton. Should be a car marker somewhere. I have no idea where. It's over there. Basically, installation side of things, open the ATS launcher, navigate your products and hit the installation on the pack. If you're not sure on the process, read the manual for the ATS installer. It'll tell you all about that, like the launch stuff. The route we're now showing the game is West Coast Main Line South full. Just say WCMLS full, but it's actually West WCML South full. A couple of screenshots in the manual. I'm not going to show them because I'll show you the thing in a bit when we get there. But King's Heath Depot along Butby and Northampton's just countryside up here. There's a number of scenarios. There is a list of requirements all together, and then the list of scenarios below. Sometimes with the ATS manuals, I do wish that they would not just bulk all the requirements in one list, but separate them per scenario. Because I don't know if anyone else feels the same way as me, but it's nice to sometimes see just what that scenario requires. If I have to download like 15 to 20 different bits and pieces to get one scenario what will work. For that reason, I haven't actually even attempted to drive in the scenarios yet. I will do, just I haven't done yet, but they are quite long. They were too long to do a video, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, some of them. So I'm going to do one of them at some point on a stream, so I will get the bits and pieces downloaded. But anyway, scenarios are limited and no more to stuff such as like containers, passengers and express workings, ACSs, a nice selection of stock. So you've got something with the Class 66, one for the Class 390, the 2 350 runs and a 319 run. So there's a nice little selection to get you going. Not sure about QDs. I know ATS don't tend to do quick drives, but I'm not sure if anything's been done on that side for additional stuff for this. You'd have to have a look yourselves. Credits: Pete Mitchell, overall route, scenery and track. Dan Shepherd for track. Cameron Forbes for scenery. Bradley Milligan for station assets. Max Tracks for station assets. And Richard Fletcher on the scenarios. End of manual. As well, the route itself. Now, if you are a subscriber, you will get it for £7.99. If you're a non-subscriber, you get it for £13.99. I myself got it on the subscriber side, £7.99. Although I don't think it's badly priced at all, even if you didn't have the subscription, to be honest. 24 miles at £14, not bad at all in my opinion. A couple of things I'm hoping they'll get fixed with it. I'll point them out along the way. Not major, massive things, just a couple of bits really that stuck out to me. One being trackside fencing. There's quite an abundance of this along the route. That is one thing I think really should be as a basic necessity in a route. I know the route's trying to be sort of in the same standard of West Coast Main South, but at this moment in time, there's trackside fencing. So if it's trying to replicate West Coast Main South, it's missing one of the key fundamental things. So fingers crossed that gets put in. A lot Long Buckby station was missing some clutter, such as like benching and stuff really. Other than that, I didn't really find anything else wrong. I wouldn't fault it really. It was an enjoyable drive. So do sit back and enjoy it once more with me. It's the same. I've already done this once, but we're doing it again. It was just a handy one to do. It was more handy because it starts at Milton Keynes, meaning you don't have to sit there to drive from either end of the route to get to the new bit, which is quite a distance. Whichever way you come from, it's actually quite a slap bang in the middle, so it just takes some time to get to it. So yeah, this made sense. This scenario is from Adam Haig as well. I will put it in the description along with the route as well, and I will put West Coast and South on there as well, just so you know where to find it. Definitely been a bit of a gap in the TS Classic videos. I mean, there's not really as much stuff these days to show the TSC side, rather than just jumping in a random scenario. I have to try and keep it fresh with new stuff, so it's never as much stuff these days. I mean, I do think TSC is definitely on the quieter side nowadays. The TSW is growing from strength to strength all the time. Hence, that is where our focus is sort of shifting to. But it's nice to come back on the old order every now and then and see what's going on. It is nice to still see things being built for it. It doesn't deserve to just be left in the corner to be forgotten about and just left to die. So it's nice to see add-ons are being created still, even if there's not as many over the course of a year. A few little winners here and there is always good in my opinion, rather than just tons of rubbish. Should be somewhere near the where we drop down at the moment. I forget what the junction's called. Somewhere around here. There's a junction somewhere we've just gone past, I think. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called, so never mind. I'm speeding. We are dropping down, I think, around somewhere around here though. It's a short distance to Northampton. Northampton itself is actually pretty close to the junction. A couple of miles at the best part. Other keynotes as well is Daventry Drift, or Drift, however you like to call it. It's just the large, vast container terminal. Various freight flows come from there, servicing many parts of the country. Stuff such as like your Tesco train, your DRS Tesco trains and stuff like that come from here. They go up to Moss End. One of the stars does run down towards Southampton as well. This route as well, with it being a key important factor of freight, will be nice to see some interesting scenarios hopefully in due course. One to note is recently Trains and Rolling Stock released their I don't know what the wagons were now. There was a wagon that they recently released, a couple of I think it was, which are the sort of like the cargo wagon type vans, and they ran from Daventry with the like the water train and stuff like that. So stuff like that would be nice to see. As of the time of recording this, I've not seen anything with them wagons, but I have actually seen one from Mac G, an older era snow, which I'm looking probably to do on the stream, to be fair. Did think about doing it for a video, but I'd rather have done the whole thing in one go. And to do it as a full run in a video, it'd be focusing more West Coast and South than this, so hence again why this route video features this scenario. It's just easy to start and end at Milton Keynes and go to as far north as Rugby. As well, we are now on the new section, so let us just dip out of here and see what's going on. You can see that the route style is well in with West Coast and South. You don't really see the change, and there's not really much of a stark difference. It seamlessly just goes from one to another. And when you get up back towards Rugby, it does the same again. You don't see much of a difference. You just feel like you're doing the same route all the way through, which is good. presume we're passing is what, the M6 or M1? I think the M1 actually. That. Bad me, I've had wrong lights on. Route FPS wise is solid. As you can see, it's running really smoothly, to be fair. There's no issues on that. Yeah, literally a couple of miles to Northampton, really, all in all. Very close. This train is booked to divide at Northampton, with the service being formed of 4 coaches to Birmingham. We'll couple the rear unit before boarding the passengers at Northampton. So again, just going back to the obviously what the fencing and stuff like that. I mean, it's stuff like here. There's literally no fences. Why no fences have been put in is beyond me. It's a basic thing. Every route should have fencing. I don't know why it's been omitted. Why it's been totally ignored in most parts. It's a bit bizarre. It's in certain areas it really is noticeable. Maybe not so noticeable here because it's well built up, but there should be a fence there, even no matter how many trees and bushes are there. It just shows how busy this area is as well. There's another freight look. Right behind the other one. We're just approaching Northampton. We do have a little bit of time as well here. We've got about 10 minutes here. So it gives us time to have a look round and all that jazz. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncouple, but this time, opposed to what I did on the stream, I'm actually going to pull forward a little bit because what happens is because we sit for so long, you do that crawling bug and it actually recoupled itself. And we started dragging the other unit back. So I'm going to uncouple and pull forward enough that we shouldn't roll back to recouple. Then we'll let passengers on. Hopefully it'll be safe to do that. Right, so uncouple first. And then I'll pull forward. Just enough so that it doesn't roll back. You see the other unit's rolling back already. Right. Now what I need to also do is, if you remember, I need to press the uncouple button. And then press K. Hopefully my lights are on. They are, right, excellent. Hopefully I don't have any issues trying to set off because it all went a bit pear-shaped when I did that with an out stream, but we'll get there. Anyway, whilst the clock's ticking away, let's have a look around at Northampton Station. So one thing I can say is there's plenty of signs and bits and pieces. There is a bug here though where some passengers sunk. Apparently they know about it. Apparently it's on the fixed radar list, so we'll wait and see. Hopefully we'll see that at some point. There's benches here, which is nice to see, because Long Buckby doesn't have any benches. No idea why. And apparently it's quite littered with posters, which wasn't any at Long Buckby. So again, hopefully stuff like that will be updated and fixed due course. Another thing with Northampton is these LOD flickering sign. Well, not LOD. I think basically the sign is just too close to this beam that goes across. I think they just need to be pulled away a bit, and then they shouldn't flicker like they do. Definitely not something that can't be fixed. It's definitely fixable, so hopefully that'll get fixed. Bit of cool area as well. We've got Silverlink knocking about as this one. Another station though. This is one that's been done by Max. Max Tracks, Max Mortimer. Also known for doing the Mark 5s. Quite a cool station design. Stuff on the side. Decent. Some cool stuff going on as well. I mean, they did fix the missing fences as well, by the way. When they did the launch stream, these were all missing. There's some wires missing as well, but I believe those have been fixed. So that's actually been an update since the release. Which put this lot in. So quick and good stuff. Cool little feature. Got an owl, and there is I think it's like an eagle or something. Not an eagle, but where is it? Where's the hiding? I'll not be able to find it now. Ah, there, look. A falcon, something like that. Some bird of prey, anyway. Basically, to stop the pigeons from nesting in tops of the like the canopies and stuff like that. There's no doubt there'd be a pain in the backside for bird muck and stuff like that. Yeah, plenty of stuff going on there. You can see ramps and bins and all that stuff. So it's just this sort of stuff that's been missed off at Long Buckby. So hopefully they'll go back and dot some bits and bobs in. Loads of bay platforms here. No doubt we might see some scenarios that'll start these bay platforms in due course. But there's probably a bay platform here also at one point. That sort of suggests there might have been at some stage. Quite a big station. Something coming. The depot's just up ahead as well, which was, is it King's Heath, I think it was? King's Heath. Decent sized depot as well. Trundling along. That's travel to Northampton by the sounds of it. So where's the? I was going with the bay platform, but we're not off here till 12 either. About 4 minutes yet. We'll probably I'll cut the scene here and wait for the 3-2 to come in. We'll cut the scene and we'll cut 4 minutes off. Right, so leaving Northampton behind, we head onwards further north towards Long Butby. It's just under 10 miles distance from here. Due in there about 12:15. It's slow coming out of here as well. Say it's not really bends or anything like that. It's 20 leaving and goes up to 30 bend, should have back to 60. And then you're pretty much travelling then at like 75 for most of the way. One on the left is the King's Heath Seamen's Depot. Got a custom model as well for the depot itself, which is nice. It's actually nice to see that it's been added as a custom rather than just a kit bash. We've seen in previous releases some depots have been totally ignored and just kit bashed. Warrington was one. On the missing link, was quite comical because the building just didn't match at all. And then I think the one really what stood out was Cambridge not having a custom depot building. But this one looks really nice, and it's actually got as well like the little holes where the wires would go through for the door. I mean, they're not cut out or anything, but there, so you can see where they would go. Decent looking model, and yeah, I like it. Stands proudly on top of the banking up there. This depot's quite cool as well. Look, it comes up in different levels, so it like goes up here a little bit, and then again it goes up a little bit more here, and then it goes again up there. So it's like three tiered. Tramway style as well on the depot roads. See there. Which opens out to not tramway. It goes back to your main sort of style then. Cool thing with this as well, you don't actually need the OHL pack. It uses everything off West Coast Mail Line, which is nice. I do believe there's not been any updates really to the original route. There might be, I think, maybe one or two small minor things that have been updated just to fix a couple of gremlins, but mainly it's left untouched. They have said there's potential plans maybe to update the routes in future and bring them further forward, but I don't know. I don't think they've got any timescale on that sound of it. I mean, personally, I don't think West Coast Main Line was ever really that bad after they updated it properly. I mean, this is DTG. Originally it came out, it was absolutely shocking, but they updated it and they redeemed themselves on that side of things, so it was a lot better. I wonder if Mark's angry review kicked it into touch. Back to the Northamptonshire countryside. The detail in that is pretty basic, but it does its job. Trackside clutter and stuff's very good. There's lots of it, which is nice. Trackside foliage is nice, and then everything else, it definitely is West Coast Main South Standard style and stuff like that. So I've got no issues really on that. The route literally feels like West Coast Main South, which is what they've aimed and set out to do, and they've achieved that. So win-win. Say track clutter's all good. You got cable trunking all the way around. Then you got all other bits and pieces, the bits and bobs like junction boxes and mileposts and other bits of rubbish strewn around here and there, like bags of ballast and old rails. It's good. Show you the map as well. So we're on the top part here. So you can see what has been added. It's literally from here to here. Doesn't look like a lot, but it's actually 24 miles. It doesn't really look like either. But yeah, this really should have been included on the original route, but I can understand why it wasn't. It would have put a lot of cost on top of it, already a very expensive route for DTG to produce. And DTG producing big routes like that, you don't really, never really saw it very often. So it's understandable why we didn't get another 24 miles on top of an already 100+ mile route. 118 mile end to end. Something like that. Something near or close to that. I do wonder if this was a location of an old station. Sort of feels to me like it was. Not sure which one it would be, but it's sort of like this slip road up here. It sort of suggests to me that this once was an old station site. There's an old station, look. Small platform there. Appeared on the HUD now as long as Buckby. So yeah, the main thing with this station is it's just missing like station furniture clutter. Apparently there's meant to be some posters there that weren't seen in this release. Really, other than that, they seem decent. Just about bang on time, really. On brick stilts, this one. Yes, so a couple of little bits on the station, which needs adding in, like the said the benches and that. Down here's quite cool. It's got a little ticket shed thing, porter cabin. So when that's shut, use them. Some loos or something, and then car park. Right, Rugby next. About 9 mile, and that will wrap things up. Screenshot that here. I think I'll use the one I've done already. Hampton. It suits. Got the right amount of detail. Definitely. All the stuff you'd expect to see is there. Bar the offensive. But even said that, do I recommend it? Yeah, I do think. If you are wanting to fill the missing section of your West Coast Line South Void, definitely. If you want to go via Northampton instead of the other way around, go for it. Especially if you're a freight fan. I think if you like doing your freighting and you like this route, then I think definitely would be one for you. I don't think we're actually too far from Daventry. We'll go through these tunnels and we'll start passing the complex. I think some wind turbines just on the approach. So when we see the wind turbines, I think that's pretty much on the approach to Durft. Durft or Drift, whichever one you want to call it. I believe, I heard this, and I believe rail drivers call it Durft, but I think wagon, like HGV drivers call it Drift. I'm not sure how true it is, but that's what I've heard. Yeah, I'm pretty much here now. I can see wind turbines there, and I can start seeing industry. And yeah, there is some track on the right side there. Head shunts and stuff. I think there's 3 parts to this place now. Some empties, and you've got the Tesco liners there. And this is the second part. Then I believe the third part is around the back. I think this is a recent addition. Crane on it as well. Got this little bit here as well. Hopefully we'll see some nice scenarios from there in due course. Just a couple miles out of Rugby now. But again, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, obviously, and hit your notification bell for updates from ourselves. But if you have enjoyed as well, and fancy picking it up, check it in the description below. You'll find all the details and the links there. It'll take to the pages and the stores. This is Hillmorton Junction, which is coming up, where the other part rejoins us. Him on the left. So we're going to wrap things up here. This scenario would and will continue all the way through to Birmingham. So if you do fancy taking that for a drive, have a look in the description. The scenario is there as well. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Again, everything's in the description. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit your notification bell for future videos. Catch us on Twitch on a Friday and Sunday from usually around 8:30 in the evening. for a bit of TSW or TS Classic excitement, some form, whatever we can conjure up on that evening. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.